2 million Coloradans have a choice to make before they cast a vote in the June primary, if they so choose. Those 2 million unaffiliated voters can either return the Democratic primary ballot or the Republican primary ballot, not both. And given the recent history of Democrats' dominance in statewide races, unaffiliated voters told our Marshall Zellinger why they're likely to turn in the blue ballot.
Living in Boulder County, John Caldera's Republican primary ballot options are slim.
No county commissioner, no county recorder, no county. I mean, it's not like there's just one name on there. There's nobody there.
The right-leaning head of the Independence Institute is an unaffiliated voter with a choice. He'll return the Democratic primary ballot this month.
Do I vote in the Republican primary for somebody who's likely going to lose in the general, or do I try to get someone who's a little less bad on the Democratic side to the general election? And that's where I'll probably go.
I think it's important for voters to think about where they can have the most impact.
Former Republican lawmaker turned unaffiliated voter Cole Wist sees his impact meaning more in the Democratic primary.
Democrats are likely to win the general elections. I care about who the candidates are that are coming out of the Democratic primary. And on balance, I think I can have more impact on the Democratic side if I were to return that ballot. It doesn't mean that I don't care what happens in the Republican primary.
Our Democratic ballot has a lot more options than the Republican one currently.
Jenny Thomas is the unaffiliated county clerk in Routt County, which includes Steamboat Springs. 55% of that county's voters are unaffiliated and can return either the Republican ballot with 3 contested races or a Democratic ballot with 5.
I like to actually do some research from both sides of the aisle and then make my decision based on that, not party lines.
Recently, I registered as a Democrat in order to participate in the caucus process. As soon as that was concluded, I switched back to unaffiliated.
Kyle Bollier is a Lafayette councilman who briefly became Democrat to help pick who showed up on the Democratic ballot. He'd rather see ranked choice voting and open primaries with all candidates on one ballot.
Our political system doesn't serve Coloradans well, and we need to change that.
I have always been one that researches, even when I was not an unaffiliated. I still vote for the person, not the party.
Tiffany Lee is the unaffiliated clerk in La Plata County in southwest Colorado. She's a former Republican who will also turn in the Democratic primary ballot based on Democrats she wants to see win in November.
The candidate that you still feel strongly about, you should support. So if it's on the Republican ticket or the Democratic ticket, you should still support that candidate and get them through.
Early voter right there. Everyone I talked with told me they would decide year by year on what races are on the ballot. For instance, in El Paso County, Kyle, there are a few contested state house races for Republicans. That might mean more for those unaffiliated voters than the statewide options.
So if somebody wants to make a statement, right, about the direction of a party, you heard John Caldera talk about it, now's the time to do it. In November, you can't make a statement about the direction of a party. You can just say, red team, blue team, or a team that nobody's ever heard of, right? This is the opportunity. If people want to talk about the direction of a party, now's your opportunity.
And this is where the story came from. I struggle as an unaffiliated journalist what to do. I don't participate in the primaries, but based on these conversations I had today, and they all encouraged me to participate this time around, if I want to have a say at all, essentially, on who might be leading the state, I might need to do it this month and not just November when the other voters have kind of rubber stamped my options. If I want to feel like I may be swayed one way or the other, I might need to participate this time.
Yeah, same boat, brother. I'm an unaffiliated voter. I've never participated in a party primary, but every year there are fewer and fewer good reasons to sit on the sidelines when so much is decided in the primaries. It's tough for me to tell people, you should go vote if you're unaffiliated in the primary, and then I'm not going to do it myself. I don't know. It's interesting. We'll be honest. We'll tell people what we do. All right, Marshall, thank you.